When it comes to land clearing, dirt work, excavation, or custom ponds in Southeast Texas, there's only one name you need to know: Texas Construction Resources.
We do concrete haul off, we do rock lay down yards. Anything that equipment can get on, we're here to do it. We got a lot of good things happening this year.
I recently caught up with TCR owner Tanner West in Orange as he was clearing the property of former NFL star Earl Thomas. You'll probably recall that the house burnt to the ground a while back.
And basically what we're doing here is we're stripping all the concrete, all the gravel, everything that's as far as a base that this house is on. There was a big house here, about 8,000 square feet. There was a swimming pool in the back, in ground. There was a detached garage, had its own concrete base in the back. And basically everything was tore down and hauled off. So now the new homeowner of the property, what they're doing is they're going to remove the concrete, the slab, and build their own new house here. So what we're doing here is we are digging out all the under rings in the ground. So there's concrete pads that are blocks that go in the ground to give a good stability for this pad. And there's a bunch of clay and everything under the ground. So I will say this is a job, it's a new one for me as far as digging out concrete this thick. There's areas in this concrete that are over 4, 5, 6 foot thick. I'm sure you saw in the video earlier, there was some pieces in there that were rather large. Once we're done, we've got all the concrete hauled off, what we'll do is we'll come back in with a bunch of new material, new clay, and we'll stabilize this ground here, and when the customer decides on their house plans, what we're going to do is build a new pad here, and you know they'll have a nice piece of property. It's sitting on 12 acres right outside the city limits. Once was a piece of property of a guy that was, I think his last name was Hogan, and purchased from Hogan was the football player Earl Thomas, and the new owner of the property now is Mr. Hines. They own U.S. Fence and Gate, and I believe that his son's going to build a new house here. Their whole family's all from this area. Their brother lives there. David lives up the road, and I do some business with David, and he called me and asked me, he said, hey, you know, let's get this thing tore out and let's get ready for a new build.
No job is too big for Tanner West and his team.
You name it, I'll come see it. We got a 175-acre job, land clearing that's taking place in July for a customer of ours out in Crosby. We have several pieces of equipment, several guys on that job. That's going to be a nice one. I'm expanding. I'm doing it in a right, timely manner. I'm not getting ahead of myself. Got a lot of good guys on my team. Got a lot of vendors. Got a lot of people that are on board. And as you see, the trucking's huge. Being able to have people that can come in and haul this material and get it in and out for us. It makes our job a lot easier. It makes it a more efficient way to get things done quickly. We're in that point in the year where it might rain, it might not, never really know, but you never want to have a big hole like this. It might be a little messy now, but this is part of the demolition process, but you never want to have a hole like this exposed and filled with water. It'll become another job in its own, but we're working the weekends. I'm going after it. We're going to get it knocked out. I'll have this sucker tied in and capped off probably no later than the end of the day tomorrow.
When it comes to land clearing, dirt work, excavation, or custom ponds in Southeast Texas, there's only one name you need to know: Texas Construction Resources. Owner Tanner West and his very capable crew have the equipment and experience to handle any job.
We do concrete haul off, we do rock lay down yards. Anything that equipment can get on, we're here to do it.
Give them a call at 409-782-6438. TCR also specializes in site prep, house pads, land clearing, demo, driveways, and much more. Call Texas Construction Resources in Tanner West, 409-782-6438.
King of the road.
Here comes this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
I'm actually in my backyard waiting for Hurricane Ike. Yikes! The storm expected to make landfall somewhere near the Galveston, Houston area several hours from now. Hurricane Ike, a massive storm, just completely engulfs the Gulf Coast. I'm glad I've stayed so far. I may not say that tomorrow morning after the storm passes. Here comes another one of those gusts I was talking about. The gusts have been coming steadily all afternoon and definitely picking up in strength.
King of the road.
That was this week's Honky Tonk Texas Fabulous Flashback.
The Texas Honky Tonk
Since 2008, Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee, Texas has featured a steady stream of the very best in local, regional, and national touring bands. Pack up your posse and boot scoot over to Honky Tonk Texas for great concerts, dancing, drinking, and dining. Of course, steak night is every Thursday, and don't forget about the Honky Tonk Grill. Visit them online at facebook.com/honkytonktx and at honkytonktexas.us. Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee has been entertaining Southeast Texas since 2008. Where have you been?